Hi guys, welcome back to another fun conversation with your favorite tech girl aka me, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how you can break into product management without any experience. I know that's one of the most asked question on my channel and I thought what better than to make another video on it. But before we get started, quick introductions. Hi, my name is Aarushi. I have about 7 years of experience building tech products. In these 7 years I worked as a developer, as a marketeer, as a product manager, and now as a content creator as well. I have switched so many jobs and well, I have started on so many jobs as well. I started in many geographies as well. I've shifted from India to Dubai to now Canada, and in these 7 years I've learned at least one thing, that it is always possible to start from scratch in any new geography, in any new role, if only you plan it well and if you execute it well and if you have enough patience and trust in yourself. So with that, let's get this video going. Now before we get started on how you can get into product management without any experience, the first thing, before we talk about first thing guys, the first thing is, have you subscribed to the channel? Have you clicked on the bell icon? Have you looked at my Instagram profile as well? Well, I'm there on all of these channels. Please make sure that you follow me. If you don't want to follow, you don't follow, but please check it out. And now let's get started. So yeah, what were we talking about? Well, yeah, how can you get into product without any experience? So before we talk about how you can get in, let's first answer, why do you even want to get in? Why is product what you really want to do? Have you explored everything else that's out there? Why have you set up your mind on one particular career option there is? After all, there are only a few product jobs. There are a few other jobs like operations, customer success, strategy, marketing. There's so many other jobs that you could look out for. Why specifically product? You must think that and answer that for yourself. Because any new person who's moving into the field of product, you'll always ask that in your interview question. And second, it's not going to be easy to break into a new field. Unless you have deep conviction onto why you want to get into it, I think it'll be hard for you to follow through. Anyone who reaches out to me even for one-on-one mentorship, and by the way, I do provide that. There's a link in the description below for my TopMate account where you can reach out to me. But anyway, yeah, so anyone who reaches out to me on my one-on-one sessions as well, I tell them the same thing, that well, before you even ask me how do I get in, are you sure that you want to get in? Like, I want to just cover quickly few things that are not that great about product management. For example, you will get a lot of responsibility without much power. I have to get so much work done from people who do not report to me, and well, it always becomes hard to get it done. Two, it's a lot of visibility, which means it comes with a lot of pressure as well. I mean, you know, you will be the sole owner of a product, and if anything goes wrong, well, it's on you. And thirdly, you're never a subject matter expert in anything. You are always in a room full of people who know more than you from at least one perspective. So it's always, you know, you always feel like you're catching up, you're always learning. Well, that's great as well, depending on how you think about it. But, you know, you'll always be the one who doesn't know deeply enough. But well, that's the nature of the job. So anyway, I don't want to scare you off, but you should know about what you're signing up to. Now coming to the point of the video. How do I still get in? Aarushi, I have seen many videos and I know what product management is and I still love it. Well, there's 3 answers for you. Answer number 1, the pricier but more short way is through an MBA. Well, it's not, I wouldn't say that everyone that I see around me has done an MBA and that's the route that they've taken, but it's a short route, especially if you go to a good B school. If you go to a below average B school, well then I genuinely don't think anyone should go to such a B school. It doesn't really add a lot of value. Rather do some courses elsewhere, get some experience elsewhere. But if you've gotten some good brands like Harvard, NYU, or in India IIMs, etc., if you've gotten such brands, well then definitely go for it, if for nothing else, just for the experience. So that's path number 1, but it's obviously quite pricey. Not everyone wants to take that way, and it takes a lot of effort, like just writing an entrance exam, preparing for those essays. It's just a lot of work. So it might not be for you. In that case, option number 2 is the second best option, which I think is the most economical, most efficient way as well, which is transferring within your organization. I know it sounds like a very hard feat. How will I do that? I am in a different role. People would not allow me to move. It's just not gonna happen. Like, you might have all of those things. You might just feel, you know, going elsewhere, applying outside would be better than moving inside my own company. But I can't tell you how wrong you are. I know it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of like that X factor in you to go out and say it to your manager that, hey, I don't want to do what I'm doing right now, I want to do something else. Because they will also ask you the same question that I started with. Why product management? You need to be extremely clear, especially to that guy, because he knows you in and out. So it's harder, you have to do a lot more homework, but it's definitely, like I said, more efficient, because your company, people working in your company, they already know you, they value you, they know that you understand about their organization, about its users, about its use cases, and the nitty-gritties of that organization generally. And since they trust you, since they feel that you know the business, you know the product, they might take a chance at you. Just imagine, I am someone who knows you, who has worked with you for a year, and you are someone I could take into a product role, and then there's another candidate who I don't know, I haven't really worked with them at all, and they could be interviewing. Both of you don't have product experience, but who will I take? Obviously, right? Someone who is experienced, someone who I know. Well, that's the thing. But it's I do understand there's a little bit of a hesitation that a lot of people have while reaching out to their managers, asking for that shift. But come on, you have to do that to yourself. You owe that to yourself. Now, if you want to understand what are the kind of questions you should be ready with before you reach out to your manager, well, then comment on the section below and tell me that you want me to make a video on this, and I'll make one. Now, coming to the third option, which in my opinion is also quite efficient, it will definitely yield results, but they might be a bit slower. And this is something I have said in numerous other videos as well. Go for Series A, pre-seed startups. Now, it's hard to find such startups. I mean, not everyone has people starting up in their network, right? So you will probably have to go to a few networking sessions. A lot of startup founders, a lot of people working in smaller startups try to come on these places because they are also trying to hook up with people who have got more experience, maybe network a bit. They're also trying to reach out to people like you, right? So go to these events, go to startup events where startups are basically just pitching themselves for investors, and try to just know who is out there. Then maybe you can DM them or you can reach them on LinkedIn and so on. But first, try to know the people who are out there starting up. And once you do that, then you can just walk up to someone and say that, hey, I'd love to work with you. Don't pay me anything, pay me something very small. Work with them for 1, 2, 3 months. Get that experience in. That's all you need. Once you've gotten that, some months of experience in, some understanding of what product management is, what working in a startup is, what working in a tech firm is, well, you'll be golden again. I know it's hard. It will probably, it's very likely that the only way a startup founder would work with you is if you take very less salary or zero salary. Well, so be it. You're doing that for your own career. You might have spent some money on a course, right? Consider this like a course. So if you would think of it like this, then maybe you'll be more willing to go for that internship or that startup pre-seed job, and you'll also learn with the hustle. Yes, it will be hard work, but well, that's what everything in life takes, right? So that is path number 3, and I think all of these paths have great potential, and I feel if you pick up any of these paths and really follow through, it's very unlikely that you will not get into product management. But see, product is a highly coveted role. A lot of people want to get into it, so it's gonna be challenging. You can't expect it to be low in effort and you'll still get in. It will take you a few months. It will take a lot of effort, but at the end, it will all probably be worth it. All will be worth it if you are okay with the negatives of the job, okay? So with this, I'll end my video. If you like my content, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-da!